everybody, hello. Thanks for coming. Ron Rogas just brought me this article that I sped read. And one sentence in here caught my eye. While mental health being is a multifaceted issue, research out of Harvard shows us a simple truth. A wandering mind is an unhappy mind. So we're going to quiet our minds right now. That's all what yoga is all about, is calming the chitta vrittis. We call them the mind chatter, chitta vrittis. So please, I invite you to sit up tall, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. That's one way to calm the mind, is just to let it settle on your breathing. Tune your thoughts inward. Think about being in the moment. As you breathe, think about your posture. Allowing your head right over your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to drop down from your ears. And have a neutral spine in your lower back, a slightly forward pelvic tilt. As you inhale, feel your lungs expand. Feel your ribs expand. Feel your belly expand. Long, slow, even, full breaths through the nose. This deep diaphragmatic breathing is the most important thing you can do for your health. Someone told me that this type of breathing is like water. You need to do it every day, several times a day. And it not only helps clear the mind of chatter, it helps boost your immune system by massaging your lymph nodes and your spleen, helps your digestion, helps insomnia. Let's take one more deep, long, slow, full breath. Make it last, make it count. Then bring your breathing back to your normal. And then please, let's take a deep breath together and Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. And hi, Ariel. We're going to work on protecting the knees today. And the best thing you can do to protect knees is to build the muscles that support your knees, which are your quads and your hamstrings behind the leg. So we'll be working on that today because we were just talking about earlier people having creaky knees like I do. Now, if your knee creaks and it doesn't hurt, that's okay. But if your knee hurts and creaks, that's a problem. So we'll start cross-legged seated. bring our hands to heart center. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, let your right hand float down, the left arm beside the ear. Push down into your left sit bone, right sit bone. Left sit bone, sorry. If you turn your head to look up underneath your arm, it helps keep the shoulder back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let the hand float down. Inhale, reach up with both arms. Stretch your fingertips up to the ceiling. You're going to be raising your shoulders here, but try not to crunch your neck while your shoulders are being raised up here. And now we're going to grab opposite elbows, right arm on top of left, and then push the arms behind the ear, open up the chest. Try to keep your neck soft and breathe. Now keep your hand on the left elbow and let the left hand drop behind your head, maybe reaching between your shoulder blades. And when you do this, try not to jut your head forward. Keep your chin up. And the other thing that I tend to do is tilt my pelvis way forward when I'm doing this. So think about a neutral spine here. Release, bring your arms down, shake it out, bring your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Hands to heart center. Inhale, push up. Exhale, left hand floats down, right arm beside the ear, and then turn your head to look up underneath of the right arm. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float that hand down. Inhale, both arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Reach up with the fingertips, really open up the shoulders. Grab opposite elbows, left arm on top, and then push the arms behind the ears. Trying to keep the neck soft. And then keep your left hand on the right elbow and maybe drop your right hand between your shoulder blades behind you. One more breath. And release. Shake it all out. Now please come seated with your legs in front into Dandasana, staff pose. And if you're unable to tilt your pelvis so that you have a neutral spine, sit up on something, blanket or bolstered it so that you can have a nice long back. Shoulders come forward, up, back, and down. Now flex your feet here and feel your muscles engage. These are the muscles that are going to be protecting your knees. So we're going to do this for the rest of our lives, is work on our leg muscles to protect our knees. And just by sitting here with your feet flexed, you can feel that happen. Bend your right knee. And then lace your fingers around your right shin and pull your chest up and forward so you have a long spine so that you're not hunching over. Keep your left foot flexed and then lift your left foot off the mat about 10 inches or so, and then lower. And then lift, and then lower. So you can feel these muscles work. Yeah, that's the quad, all right. That's what we feel. Couple more times. If it's too cramped, get in another position to get out of it. And once more, and then come on down. Okay. Take your left arm, hug it around the knee. Inhale, right arm comes forward, and then exhale, twist. Plant your right hand behind you on the mat, right behind you, so that you can keep your spine vertical as you twist. Think about pushing that right shoulder back, your left ribs coming around, and all the while keeping your left foot flexed and those muscles active. So we're not wasting time here, just letting the muscles go. Keep your twist and let your left hand come and hold the right outside edge of your foot, the outside edge of your right foot. Good. And then lean back on your hand and straighten that leg. Keep the twist. So this is a variation of a heron pose. Again, left foot stays flexed. If you want to lift your right hand off the mat behind you, go ahead and do that. It just helps use your core muscles a little more. And then breathe. One more breath. And then as you exhale, rebend the knee. And when you bring your body forward, take this right foot, put it on the outside of the left leg. Left arm grabs the knee again. Keep the left foot flexed. Inhale, right arm forward, exhale, twist again. So this is just a little bit deeper version of what we just did. It gets a little deeper into your glutes and your hip flexors here. Inhale, exhale, come back to center, keep spinning, and then plant your hands on the left, roll onto the left hip. We're going to come into a modified side plank. So put your weight into the left hand, raise your hips up, and your right arm comes to the ceiling. You might have to move your hand around to get the levers to do this. Yeah, good. And then butt comes down, hand comes down, body comes down, and legs straighten out in front. Yeah, you can let go anytime you want. All right, reestablish our Dandasana staff pose. Feet up, knees up, feet flexed, muscles engaged, shoulders come forward, up and down, keeping that chest nice and open. Bend your left knee, place your fingers around your left shin, and we're going to flex our quads on this side. So lift the right leg up and then down, up, down. Try to keep a nice long spine as you're doing this. Try to keep your shoulders down. And just feel all those muscles working to help you. Once more, and once more. Now, right arm hugs left knee in. Inhale, forward, left arm, exhale, plant it behind you. Keep twisting, spine is vertical. Left shoulder goes back. So make sure your right foot stays flexed and imagine your spine spiraling upward. So Jimmy Hatcher's favorite quote, my favorite quote from Jimmy Hatcher is, "You're only as young as your spine is flexible." One more breath here. And then exhale, come all the way back to center. This foot now hops to the outside of the right leg. Right foot stays flexed. Right arm hugs the knee in. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist again. Getting a little bit deeper into this twist. Pay attention to your right foot so that it stays flexed and that your right leg stays active. Okay, one more breath here. Exhale as you come back to center. Keep spinning, keep spinning, keep spinning. Roll onto your right hip and put weight into the right hand and the left foot so that you get your leverage here. Move your hand around so you can lift your hips up into your side plank on this side. One more breath, and then come on down and unravel. You okay? All right. We're going to now just swing our legs to one side and come into our table position. So lining up your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip. Start with a flat back. And because Hyla Weaver is back live, we're going to do her favorite. Inhale. Exhale, sit all the way back to your heels slowly as you exhale. And then inhale very slowly back to the table. Make your breath last. Exhale again, very slowly, making the breath last all the way down to your bottom. Again, inhale back to table. Greasing the hinges here is what I call this. And then exhale, sit back to your heels again. And just feel every joint lubricate as you're doing this, your wrists, your shoulders, your hips, your knees. And then inhale slowly through your nose, back to table. And then exhale, tuck your toes, come into your cat back, arching your spine to the ceiling, tucking the tailbones, tucking the chin. Feel your vertebra open here. Inhale through your nose slowly as you untuck your toes, drop your belly down, come into your cow pose by pushing your shoulders back, tailbone up. And then exhale very slowly back to your heels toward child pose through your nose. Make the breath last. Nice long breaths here. And then inhale very slowly back to your table. Exhale, reach your right arm out to the side and up to the ceiling in a twist. Inhale here. Exhale, that hand comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right knee comes into your chest. Tuck your chin. Bring your nose to your knee. Hover for just a moment. And then kick your leg back and plant your toes down, extended behind you. Oh, you're getting ahead of me down there, David. Put weight into the right hand, twist open to the left. Inhale, exhale, that hand comes down. Swing your right leg out perpendicular to your body. Line it up with your knee. Put weight into the left hand and swing open to the right. That hand comes down. Pick up the right foot, swing it all the way to the left side of your body, plant the toes down and look over your left shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here as you feel your right rib cage open. Now bring that foot back directly behind you. Raise that leg so it's parallel to the mat and raise your left arm in a balancing table. This is very good core stability work here. One more breath. And the hand comes down, the knee comes in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit all the way back to your heels. Long, slow breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, back to table. Exhale into cat, tuck your toes, push your toes into the mat, arch your back up toward the ceiling like a scared cat. And then inhale through your nose as you untuck your toes, drop the belly down, come into your cow, push the shoulders back, head forward, tailbone up. And then exhale slowly through the nose, all the way back to your heels. Inhale slowly back to table. Exhale, lift your left arm out to the side and up to the ceiling in your twist. Inhale, Exhale, that hand comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee into your chest, tuck your chin, nose to knee, and hover here for just a breath or two in this flexed spine. Inhale, straighten your left leg behind you. Plant the toes on the mat behind you. Put weight into your left arm and then twist open to the right. One more breath here. Exhale, hand comes down. Swing the left leg out to the side, perpendicular to your body. Put weight into the right hand and then twist open to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, that hand comes down. Pick up your foot, your left foot, swing it around to the right side of your body, touch the toes down and look over your right shoulder. One more breath. Exhale, drag your foot so that it's directly behind you. Lift your leg parallel to the mat and your right arm into a balancing table. Now think about engaging your core muscles here, especially your belly, bringing the belly button up towards your spine, maybe even rolling your rib cage downward toward the ribs toward each other. That'll engage your back muscles. So your core is front and back, not just your abdominals. One more breath here, and then the hand comes down, the knee comes in. Walk your hands forward, keep your bottom in the air. You might have to move back on the mat a little bit to walk your hands forward as far as they will go. We're going to come into a puppy pose here, which means our bottom stays up into the air. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Your forearms are off the mat. And your head just sinks between your arms. It doesn't come all the way to the mat here. And while you're here, think about really reaching your tailbone up to the ceiling. This is the feeling you want when you do your downward dog in your back and your chest is melting down toward the mat. Roll your shoulders out by squeezing your forearms toward each other. Good. And then come back to your table. Tuck your toes and come up to downward facing dog. Now everybody's downward facing dog is different distance between your hands and your feet. Experiment to see what works for you the best. You want a long spine. Squeeze the forearms toward each other so your shoulders roll out. And feel like you have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. You won't have one, but if you think that way, you'll elongate the spine by sticking the tailbone up in the air. Bend the knees as much as you need to get that long spine. This is how we're going to stay our height. We're not going to lose any height as we age because we're going to do this all the time. Okay, bend the knees, walk up to the hands. Now hang here in a forward fold for just a minute or a moment. And then think about straightening one leg and the other. Feel those hamstrings. These hamstrings are what protects the knee. And then very slowly bend the knees. Come all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Thinking about your posture. Head right over the shoulders. Shoulders down from the ears. Belly in, chest forward. Feet planted underneath the hips. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, bring your arms in a T, thumbs down. Clasp your hands behind you. Pull your hands away so that you feel your shoulders go back and your chest open. Then bend your knees slightly and come forward from your hip crease with your hands coming up to the ceiling and your belly coming toward your thighs. Okay, now bend your knees a lot. Let go of your hands. Bring your hands down to the mat, like their orangutan arms. And then slowly bring your arms forward and come into your chair pose. Is that me? Oh no, that's me, sorry. So this is a pose that's really, really good for leg strength. If you look down, make sure you can see the very tippy tops of your toenails. Hold this for a couple of breaths. Actually, this is good for a lot of things, not only your legs, a lot of core strength here too, and good for your shoulders. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale back up. Exhale, arms in a T. Clasp your hands behind you. Rethread your fingers so the opposite thumb is on top. Bring your hands away from the bottom. Bend the knees slightly and then come forward from the hips. Keep your bend, release your hands, and let them drop down orangutan. Just dangling beside your body with bent knees. And keeping your knees bent, bring your arms forward into your chair pose, Utkatasana. So here, think about tailbone down so you don't have an arch in your low back. If your shoulders bother you, bring your arms down versus up. Keep equal weight. Make sure you can feel the pads of your toes here. And then slowly come on up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe. Okay. If you want to use padding, have your knee padding handy. And if you want to use blocks, have your blocks handy. We'll do a little bit of a flow here. Coming toward the front of your mat. Sorry, I don't think my camera's back enough. All right, from here, inhale, reach up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your back, push your shoulders back, tailbone goes back and up. Think about lengthening the spine by taking your head forward, tail back. Inhale here, exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way down. Your hands can come on blocks or mat beside your feet. And then step the right foot back and bring the right knee down onto padding if desired. Bring your arms forward and up to Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. So here you want your right knee back far enough so you feel a stretch in this quadricep, because that's what we're trying to work today is our quads and our hamstrings. So you have a stretching of your right quads, contraction of your left. So the left knee should be over the ankle, and think about pushing your tailbone toward your back foot so that you're not overarching your low back. Inhale, open your arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the left, take your right hand on the outside of the left thigh and reach behind you with your left arm as far as you can, turning your head as far as you can. Inhale as you bring forward both arms and back up. Okay, steady up your gaze on something. Engage your core muscles, tuck your right toes, and lift your right knee off the mat into this very high lunge. Now, if you stick that right foot outward a little bit to the right, it's a little bit easier to come into this lunge. And breathe. Now, this is really, really good for everything in your body. One more breath. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back with your left foot to a full plank. In this full plank, wrists underneath the shoulders. Bring your belly button up to your spine. Breathe. Good. Knees come down. Chest comes forward to upward facing dog. Shoulders back. You can lift your knees here if you like. Make sure your neck is nice and long. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. And from here, you have a choice, either walk up to your hands with bent knees or kick your right foot up behind you and then swing it up between your hands, or pick it up and put it there. And then step up with the other foot and then come on all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands on your thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the spine, push the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees, forward fold all the way down, hands on blocks or mat beside the feet. Inhale, exhale, left foot steps back and the left knee comes down to the mat. Check your alignment, make sure your right knee's over the ankle. Push your left knee back as far as your body will allow to get that stretch in this quad, and then come up to your Anjaneyasana on this side, which means low crescent lunge. Actually, Anjani is a Hindu goddess. This is named after her. Tailbone goes toward the back foot so that you don't overarch the back. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand on the right side. Right hand reaches behind you, turning your head to see. And then slowly come back forward, arms back up. Find your focal point, engage your core muscles, lift your left knee off the mat and come into your high lunge. This takes balance, concentration. One more breath. Good. Bring your hands down, step back to plank. Your hands can be on blocks here or the mat. Full plank, one straight line, crown of your head to your heels. Push weight into your heels so you're engaging your core muscles a little bit more. Lift your quads so you can feel your legs work. The more your legs work, the less your wrists need to. Okay, knees up or down, come into your upward facing dog. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between your hands or pick it up and put it there. And then step up. Come on up slowly. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And Tadasana, mountain pose, rest. Think about your breath here. Think about your posture. If anybody needs a water break. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody knows a tree pose that's here, but if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more today, try to change your gaze with your tree pose. So come into your tree pose whenever you're ready, and your foot can go anywhere inside of the leg except for pressure on the knee. And then once you're steady, any hand position that you like, see if you can maybe turn your head or move your gaze. And if you fall out, you fall out. There's no big deal. Good. Oh yeah, good. Really good. You guys are doing great. Whenever you're ready, you want to switch sides, please feel free to take your time and do that. Find your focal point. Get your balance going first. any arm position you want. If you don't think about it, it's easier. I'm thinking too much about it. Good. Yay. Good, you guys. Because you know, if you're going to need balance, if you're going to fall down, you're usually moving when you fall down. So it's good to be able to look around as you're falling down. Brace yourself. All right, back to Tadasana, at the top of the mats. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose again. Your legs will thank me for this in a couple days. Shift the weight, make sure you can see the tops of your toes. It really does make a difference how you balance your weight if your knees are aligned properly over the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to mat or blocks. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back and plant the right heel. So it won't be as far back of a reach. Line up your left knee over the ankle, and we're going to come up to warrior one. So warrior one, your back foot is slightly angled toward the front. Hips are facing forward. Front knee is bent over the ankle. And again, think about really pushing down on your back foot so that your tailbone goes toward the back foot and you take any pinch out of your back. Okay, bring your palms so that they're facing behind you, and then move your arms behind your ears as far as they'll go. Straighten the front leg, and then bring your arms into goddess with your palms facing forward. Push the hands back, chest open. Bend the front knee, arms come forward, palms face back again. Straighten the front knee, goddess with your palms forward, opening the chest. And again, bend the front knee, arms come forward, palms facing back. Pivot onto your back toes so that you're back into your high lunge. Hands come down to mat or blocks. Now, shift your weight so that you can move your back foot forward a little bit and come into your warrior three, which is another balance. Yeah, good. You can have your arms forward or in the sides, or you can even use your blocks here. And then bring your foot back down. Good. Hands come down, step back to plank. Knees come down. Now here, move your blocks out of the way so you can bring your chest and chin down and then slither into a cobra, or you can just come flat onto your belly and come up into cobra. And then push up to table, downward facing dog. Either walk up to your hands or bend your right leg up behind you, swing it up between your hands, and then step up. Slowly come on up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down on mat or blocks beside your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back, plant the left heel. And we'll come into our warrior one on this side. So try to bring the hips forward, tailbone down, put weight in that back foot. Front knee is bent, palms face behind you, arms come beside your ears. Straighten the front leg, goddess arms with your hands forward, your palms forward, push the hands back, Open the chest. Rebend the front knee, arms come back forward, palms behind. Straighten the front leg, back to your goddess hands, palms forward, chest open. Feel what that does to your shoulders as compared to now when you're going to bend your knees, bring your hands up with your palms back. It's a big rotation of the shoulder one way and then the other. And then once more, let's just come into this goddess with the palms forward. Feel your shoulders there. And then bend the knee, come back up. Pivot onto the toes, hands come down on mat or blocks. So this is momentarily, so you can shift your weight here and think about coming into your warrior 3. Just for a minute, less than a minute, 2 seconds, and then come on down. Step back to plank. Knees come down. So either come on down to your bellies any way that you like. If you want to inchworm down, you stick your tail in the air, bring your chest down and your chin down, and then slither into cobra. In cobra, bring your shoulders down from your ears, chest forward. Good. Push up to table, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, swing it up between the hands. Step up. And then slowly come on up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms to the T. Anjali Mudra. Tadasana. Mountain pose. And breathe. Active rest. So as you are actively resting, make sure that your head's above the shoulders, your chest is open, your shoulders are down. Your legs are engaged because you're slightly rolling your thighs inward. Belly in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down to blocks or mat. Step back to downward facing dog. And bring your knees down. Sit back towards your heels into a child pose. And please rest your forehead on something. Please push back up to your table and then come onto your backs with your head facing toward me, if you're here. And then grab a block. And lie on your back with bent knees. Push into your feet, lift your hips, put the block underneath your sacrum. And either stay here in a supported bridge, or if you would like to let your legs rise up into the air, into a waterfall pose, or do a combination of both, if you like. If your legs are up, please lower them. Lift your hips, remove the block, Stay on your backs with bent knees. Take your right ankle and place it on your left thigh. Take your right hand onto your right thigh and push that thigh away so you can feel an opening in that hip joint. Good. Now thread your right hand between your legs. Your left hand goes on the outside of the left leg. You're going to pick up the left foot so you can clasp your fingers behind the left thigh. And then once you get that, you can set your head back down, pull your thigh towards your chest as you push your right thigh out. This is like a reclined pigeon pose or a number 4 pose. Okay, so listen carefully. Keep your legs where they are. Let go of your thigh. And then take your right knee and scooch it over so you're on top of the left knee like you're sitting in a chair, knee over knee. Good. Bring the knees in toward the chest, and then take your hands and grab your ankles. So your left hand will grab the right ankle, the right hand will grab the left ankle, and you're pulling your knees in to your chest as you are pulling your ankles apart. Good. Yes, right. Good. Keep your knees crossed, let go of your ankles, bring your feet to the mat with crossed legs. Bring your arms to a T, palms facing up. Pick up your bottom and shift it 2 inches to the right and let your knees fall to the left. Now you can uncross them if you like or keep your knees crossed. Turn your head to look right. The turning of your head to the right just enhances the stretch to your neck. Okay, knees back to center, head back to center, hips to center. Uncross your legs. Take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Flex the foot. Take your left hand on the left thigh and push that thigh away first and just loosen up that hip joint. Okay, now we'll thread the left hand between the legs, pick up your right foot, take your right hand around and clasp your fingers behind your right thigh. Rest your head back down and pull your right leg in as you push your left leg out. Keep your feet where they are, let go of your leg. Bring your left knee on top of your right knee as if you're sitting in a chair, and then grab your ankles. Pull your ankles apart as you bring your knees towards your chest. Okay, let go of the ankles, uncross everything. Straighten your legs long on the mat. Bring your arms overhead, palms facing up into a full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bring both knees into your chest. Hug the knees in. Roll around on your spine. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, roll your head and shoulders up. Bring your forehead towards your knees. For one last spine stretch here. And then lower back down slowly. Bring your feet to the mat. Lengthen your legs. Bring your arms overhead. And one more full body stretch. And then bring your arms down and get comfortable for your Shavasana. And I'm going to try to put on music for everybody here. So as you get comfortable, please focus on your breaths. Slow down your breathing. Focus on relaxing your legs. Soften your belly. Soften your chest. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth and relax your lips. Relax your cheeks and your eyes and the forehead. Relax your mind and allow yourself to enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. bring your awareness back to your breath and to your body. Make small movements with your hands and your feet to gently wake up your body. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. Now, please, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. Jai.